I'm here with Jeff of Vicious Rumors to talk about not just the upcoming tour, but I want to ask you a couple of things about the latest record, The Devil's Asylum. How's things going with you?
Great, man. Back in California, preparing for the tour. We got a massive tour. It's like 60 something shows now. 6 weeks in Europe, 5 weeks in the US. We're talking negotiating Japan and China right now, and pretty exciting time. I broke my shoulder 6 months ago, and I was just really lucky to make this fast of a recovery. And I'm still, I still got. It's not quite 100% yet, but I could play just fine, and I'm just a little bit limited there. But other than that, man, it's an exciting time for Vicious Rumors and heavy metal rules.
I couldn't agree with you more. I know you guys had to postpone the tour because of that accident that you had on your shoulder. Uh, was that the darkest times for you? Having an album coming out, having the tour, and then having to well, not push the album release, but push the tour because of this accident?
Oh, it was, man. I mean, the the first couple of months, just not even knowing, what if I'm going to be able to return to the band, you know what I mean? So it was, yeah, it was a real roller coaster. It just went from, and I wish I had some kind of exciting story about how I broke my arm or something, but it's just the most ridiculous accident in the world. You know what I mean? We just finished the European tour. We were in Bavaria. We just finished a gig. And the tour was over. I was like, I kind of let my guard down, you're on tour, you're kind of, you're racing against the clock the whole time. You're just, you kind of have a mindset. It's kind of like going to battle or something, it's like it's way more than just a job that you go to and come home from. Because when you're on tour, it's just 24/7. So at the end of the tour, I normally kind of don't let my guard down till I'm at the airport, or on the plane, just like, okay, it's over. But but this time I was just super relaxed. I was really happy. We have a new singer, Chalice, a new guitar player, Denver. We got along great with them. We had a blast. I was just kind of a little bit like just daydreaming, like, wow, what a great tour. The band's feels great right now. It's a really exciting time. And then I was just walking and it was just pitch black as I was going to the apartment that the venue provided for us, which was in the same building. You just had to walk down this long dirt road on their property. And man, I don't know. I still to this day really don't know what happened. It was pitch black. I had a backpack in one hand, my stage clothes in the other. And I didn't think it was going to be so dark at the end of the night, because I hadn't been there since the daylight. And I just walked back. I made one wrong step, and the next thing I knew, like I was on the ground with a broken shoulder, and
Wow.
just so yeah, it happened really fast, and it just went from like being on top of the world to like really just hoping and praying that I'll be able to return. And so I had great medical care in Germany, incredible treatment. I had a great therapist on the recovery on the way back. And so I was just very lucky, man. I'm super lucky. I mean, I'm 64 years old, man. To break your shoulder at that age and, and make a 4 month, a 6 month recovery, it's a miracle of heavy metal. Heavy metal must go on. That's the way I look at it.
I honestly was hoping for a better story, like something like you're at the strip joint, you're making it rain, and you lost your balance, and that would have been
I,
way
I
better.
like to I like to start it off. I was on a motorcycle with my shirt off. The wind was in my hair. I had two girls, one in the front, one in the back.
Because that's what one
I was
does on a motorcycle. I mean,
doing a little reach around, and then pop, but no.
Wow. Yeah, there's like a thousand better ways of doing it if you're gonna do it. But you pick like the
There
most
really is,
mundane
man.
of all of them. So it's incredible.
Yeah, it's not even worth the fucking minute to tell the story. I tell you, it's just. But one wrong step, man. That's how valuable life is. A lot of times we all go through, our daily routine and we don't even really think about it. But man, you got to be careful. You make one wrong step, man, your whole life changes forever.
Yeah,
But anyway,
I agree with you
we're
100%. But you're back now. You
we're
guys
back
have
on
these
track.
dates. You guys have the dates rescheduled. It's going to be, like you said, a very long tour. Even before this
Yeah.
happened to your shoulder, when you're embarking on a tour like this, do you have to prepare not only physically but mentally to what it means to be on the road for that period of a time?
You do. There's a lot of things you have to prepare for. Like I'm in the stage. I started, I guess, I don't know, about 2 weeks ago, where I'm just going. I'm walking every day. I'm just working on my endurance. I'm playing every day because where it's a headlining set, so it's a pretty good, pretty awesome set. It's like 18 songs. Really rocks. And so I'm just preparing for it, and it feels good. It feels great to be playing again. Um,
Yeah, I'm sure it does,
and
especially after that those dark moments of not even knowing what's gonna. I mean, I don't mean dark moments. I don't mean you walking in the dark. I mean you not knowing what's gonna happen. The
Yeah.
thing one of the thing that impresses me a lot about the band, about Vicious Rumors, is the longevity that the band has had. These days, that's not a normal thing. Bands just don't last very long, especially these more newer generation bands. People tend to break up all the time. What would you attribute as the main reason why the band has had the career that it has had?
you know, I, I just think that the absolute reason is just that, like, Larry and I are fans of music. We love music. We love everything about it. We have our favorite artists and childhood artists. That have influenced us. We've been fortunate enough to play with a lot of them and meet a lot of them, and even become friends with a few of them. And we just love it, man. We're fans of the music. We're fans of the scene. And for me personally, you know, I love the challenge. It's harder and harder to make things work as things get more competitive and more expensive, just in the world in general. But it just comes from a true just love of all of it. Like, man, I don't, when we're going on tour and stuff, I kind of I like going to the airport. I mean, like, it's sick. I have a sickness. Um, it's just a lot of fun, man. And the people and our fans, man, I mean, the things that they say to us, man, just it just goes straight to your heart, man. And to have connected with people through music for all these years, and it's been an incredible adventure. It's an ongoing adventure. 47 years, still running strong, and about to embark on, I guess, the biggest tour we've ever
Biggest tour.
done. So
Yeah, I was gonna say this is I from my knowledge at least, this is the biggest tour you guys have ever done. When it comes from your standpoint, when it comes to you putting together a record like Devil's Asylum, for example, what is the main core motivation? Is it I know if we write this record, we're gonna hit the road, we're gonna tour, and touring becomes your main drive, or is there an aspect of creating new material that also inspires you and drives you to make new records?
well, it's all of it, really. It's all that, and it's all of it together. And in this time around with the Devil's Asylum, you know, I kind of wanted to bring in. I was kind of doing it a little bit the other way. I was kind of like, I kind of wanted to bring back more of a classic sound of Vicious Rumors to this album, uh, because I had already strayed away from the sort of classic sound of the Vicious Rumors on quite a few albums. I mean, we've done 14 studio albums, and I think that Vicious Rumors has a sound and a style that we've sort of perfected, but within that, there's a very large variety of, like, we don't feel like boxed into anything really. I mean, we if we want to if we want to write a ballad, or if we want to do something really atmospheric or something super slow and dark and heavy, like we don't feel like any limitations. And we've kind of set ourselves up that way from the very beginning. So, but this time around with Devil's Asylum, I really wanted to kind of bring back the classic sound of the band, and that came from about 5 years of touring on the first four albums. The first four albums got re-released, and we were out playing a Digital Dictator in its entirety, Soldiers of the Night in its entirety, the Atlantic years, So we did like 4 years of touring on these classic records, and it really just, you know, made me, like whole albums and stuff. And it really, like, the reaction from the fans and what that music meant to them, and it just made me like, I want to bring that, some of that back on the Devil's Asylum. And I feel like we were real successful at bringing back some old school VR, and then also with the band we are today, because it's 2026, man. We're not the same guys we were in 1982, but we do love the music, and we honor our traditional heavy metal. We hold the flag high, and you know of course, yeah, I probably could have been, 10 times more successful jumping on the thrash thing, especially in the Bay Area, where you've got, Exodus and Testament and Death Angel, and, all these thrash bands that are even more successful now than I think they were in the peak of thrash when it came out. But we do from the heart, man. Like, our music comes, we're not trying to be something we're not. We're just trying to be the best that we can be at what we do. And it's heavy metal. You can call it power metal, you can call it, there's so many titles for music these days, but we live for heavy metal, and with the Devil's Asylum, we were happy to sort of bring back some of the traditional sounds of Vicious Rumors.
Is that record going to become the focus of this US tour that starts in February, considering that you had to postpone it because obviously you couldn't tour before?
Absolutely. We're playing a whole bunch of the album live, and it feels great to play those songs live. It's really fun to play them. But we've
Is
got a
it become
great set.
harder for you to choose a set list? I mean, you guys have quite a deep discography.
It is. It is hard to pick at, because there's so much music, and we're very spread out. We're not. I think, like, Robin's in Sweden. I'm in California right now. I also live in Germany, like, most of the year too. I go back and forth, and Larry now is in Kentucky. Chalice and Denver and Florida. I think if we were going to have a rehearsal, like, we were going to meet in the middle somewhere, it'd be like in the forest in northern Canada. Um,
My backyard,
we could, like,
basically.
we could like parachute in, and and meet for a rehearsal and all go home. But so everything we do, is takes a ton of planning, and it's not like, I honestly, I gotta say, I do miss the days when we all lived, like, 60 miles from each other. And, like, if we could go do a one-off gig or something, if something came up, or we could just easily get together and stuff like that. But, the most important thing in a band is chemistry. And we have chemistry with these guys. Like, we got a special thing going, and sometimes, you have to look outside your neighborhood to get that chemistry, and so it's worth it. Luckily, we live in a day day and age where we can do stuff like this, Zoom interviews and things like that. And we've used it too. Like sometimes Denver and I like, well, we'll do a little video call. All right, let's work out this little harmony, man, and so those little tools are helpful, but it's an exciting time.
You know what's really exciting for me talking to you is that I can see the love and passion that you have for the music, not just for your own band, but for the music in general. For someone who's been in this business for as long as you have, I was expecting someone more jaded. At least that's been my experience. The more I meet guys who've been around a long time, the more jaded they are. You're like you're miles away from that sort of attitude, and you're like, so even after what happened with your shoulder, you're like so excited about music, about the band, about the record, about touring. What's
Yeah.
in the water? What are you drinking?
It's not that, man. It's just that it's such an honor for someone like me to get to follow my like I had older sisters, man, that led me into heavy metal. And so I got into it so early. Hey man, I got a special treat for you, man. I got a special treat for you, man. Take a minute, come on back. Juan Ortiaga here is here. He's our world famous fucking producer, so many artists across many genres, and he's been uh Vicious Rumors producer for years. Is my brother
Hey,
right here?
yeah. Good to meet you, my friend.
Nice to meet you
How
as
you doing?
well,
What's your name?
Pedro.
Hi, Pedro. I'm Juan Urtiaga.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to
Yeah,
meet you.
man.
Pleasure to
We
meet
we've
you.
done uh, we've done every album with Juan since Warball back in
Wow.
2006. Um,
So he's
he's
basically part of the band.
oh, absolutely. Juan is more than I think, and I think I could say this for almost every artist that comes into his studio. He he doesn't just like clock in. You don't just clock in to try and record and then leave when your time's done. Man, he's like, he takes it like a member of the band. Like he tries to help the artists see their vision through. He's excellent producer, excellent musician, um, songwriter. So, and we've been working together since 2006, man. I don't even think about going anywhere else. I mean,
If it
that's
ain't
he's
broke, don't fix
he's
it.
the sixth member of the Rolling Stones.
I totally get that vibe. You guys have a great vibe together, which I'm sure when it comes to working on the record makes things even more fun.
Oh, it does, man. And just like what you were saying about being jaded and stuff like that, I think the people that are that way, I don't really, I come across it a lot too, man, and I don't really understand it because, it's such a tough business to be in. Um, probably the most competitive business in the world. And when you get some success at it, the fans are showing you that they appreciate what you do, and what's to be jaded about, what's to be upset about. But I actually don't understand how anyone could do this business that doesn't love it because it's so hard and sometimes can be unrewarding, but I find it to be incredibly rewarding. And if you just work very hard at it, it can go your way. But if you believe in yourself, it can take you a long way. And
Well,
but I love it. I love it.
I can tell. I can tell. We talked about the difficulty of putting a set list together because obviously the band's discography is vast. But in that vast discography, is there a song that reigns supreme above all that you absolutely love to play live?
Oh wow. God, let me see. What's the song with the longest guitar solo? Uh, no, that's like the first thing a guitar player thinks of, right? No, you know, uh, it's I really don't. I don't I you know, I love the whole thing. I haven't really broken it down like to one song, but I will say this. I find it incredibly exciting and rewarding when we make like a new album and we're over on tour for the first time and we're halfway around the world or something and people in another country that may not even speak the language, may not even speak English that well, are there like singing along to the songs. And when I see that, I just like, oh man, like God, we just wrote that a year ago, and people know it now, and it's just really, really rewarding, just when people react to the music.
Yeah, I think from an artist standpoint, it must be super rewarding to see your work, your art, the thing that you did out of love and passion have such an impact on other people that were not there during that process. They're just seeing at the end result, the end product at the end of the line.
Oh, absolutely. And it's just, and people come up very, and they're very sincere about like oh man, the Digital Dictator album, just I was listening to that every day and like a really hard part of my life, and it like gave me a lot of, positive energy to just get through it or just whatever, what a lot of really personal, like people come up to us and there was very deep and personal connection to the music, man. And like it affects me greatly. I mean, I just like, wow, man. I mean, I look them in the eyes and, give them a hug and just, it's amazing, man. It's amazing. And I can't wait to do it again.
You're a few
You
weeks
know,
away. You're a few weeks away.
every, every day that the mountain of the size of that tour gets a little bigger, and I'm still like, I'm I've never really, I haven't really been in this situation. Well, I guess I have before where I'm coming off an injury, but I'm still not 100%, but I got the support of the band. They're going to help me get through it. Um, everyone wants to make it happen. And so we're coming full force. Don't and 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 to any of our fans, don't have any illusion that we're going to be like a little lighter this time, or it's not going to be as heavy, or it's going to be a full heavy metal assault. We're going to play as hard as we can every night, and we're going to give you everything we got. And that's the
Basically,
way it
basically
is.
what you're saying is Vicious Rumors is not going to hold back. They're going to give us the whole wad, and people need to come prepared.
That's right, brother.
I like that attitude. I like that attitude.
That's right.
Geoff, I want to thank you so much for your time today. It was such a pleasure talking to you today about the band, about this incredible tour. And the description of the video for those watching this interview right now, the tour dates will be there. So you can check out all the tour dates that these guys are going to be doing, and you can check out the towns closer to you, so you can go check them out on the road. The album dropped last August on Steam Hammer, The Devil's Asylum. Go pick up the record. Go pick up some tickets. Go watch these guys. And I was going to say give you a high five, but maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe just a nod. Just a nod. Like we don't want to risk re-injury
Oh, man.
during the tour. So no high five, no fist bumps. Just a wave. A wave.
Pedro, thanks for everything, man. Appreciate all your support for heavy metal, not just for Vicious Rumors, for the genre altogether. Keep going strong, my friend. We'll see you on the road, okay?
I really hope to see you guys at some point in time, man. It's been too long. I can't even remember the last time I saw you guys live. It's just been like feels like an eternity. So I really hope to catch you
Okay.
guys at some point in time during a tour, because that would be super cool for me to see you guys live. I definitely wanna relive. I hate to date us here, but I want to relive my youth.
Well, we're celebrating it every night, man.
I love that. I need it. I need it. I need that shot of adrenaline in me that you guys really provide with your music. Once again, stay healthy, stay safe out there, enjoy your tour, and enjoy those airports.
You, yeah, I
You're gonna see
will.
plenty of
And
them.
you too. You too, my friend. And if there's any of the shows on the tour that you end up want to go to, reach out to me, man, and be my honored guest. Okay.
All right, no problem. I'll do that for sure.
All right.
Take care, man.
All right, man.
See
You
ya.
too. Bye.